This is the Utah Region 8 Championship 1600 meter boys. Peter Hedengren, he's a sophomore at Mountain View High School. He's going up against a field where his 4:33 is only seconds apart from others in the top 10 coming in. Only the top 4 qualify for state. This is going to be championship racing today. With 420 meters remaining, Wes, the eventual winner, he was in second place. He closed in a 64.3. Peter in third place. He closed in a 64.4. And also in seventh place, David Anderson closed in a 64.4 to secure the third place finish for this region championship. Now, this is all about championship racing. In championship style racing, it's all about who finishes within that top 4. I didn't qualify for state as a senior with a 4:15. I got out-kicked. Now, we want to be able to help runners with that last surge, to be able to develop their top end speed when they need to shift gears. Here's a flying 10 analysis with Lily Alder, one of the top 800 meter runners in the state of Utah and also Nike elite runner. And Lily has a fantastic kick. We're going to look at her flying 10 time, things like ground contact time, and some other metrics that are important for being able to develop that top end speed that you need right at the end of the race. Now here's Jack Weaver. He is a sprint specialist, 100, 200 meter, 10-8, 100 meter dash runner. And he has excellent form. You can see the green, which is optimal, and then the blue gives you immediate feedback about how you're doing with some of these metrics like ground contact time, knee separation, and other. This is part of the AlphaPeak Roadrunner Junior Club outreach that we give to Utah teams. If you're interested in this 2-day visit, please contact me or MacGyver Clark. And we visited a number of teams already within Utah, about 750 athletes.
I'm here with Maverick Dutson. He's going to give some insights on what's coming up for the 1600 meter, the fast heat.
Oh yeah, got a lot of fast boys. They're going to be competing for the top 4.
You've already qualified for state. What was your time so far this season?
4:26.
In Utah, you can either qualify by time during the season or by place, top 4 at region. And one of the interesting things about Maverick is he also throws the javelin, a distance runner who throws javelin. That's a story for another day. The gun is up and they step to the line for the start of the 1600 meter. Peter goes right to the very first lane, inside track with a great draft this first lap. Wes and Jackson are off to an early lead in this race. So Wes taking it out, and Jackson Marvin, he's a senior. He's currently ranked 8th coming into this, but going right to the front. These young men are really trying to position themselves to take top 4 in this race. The pace is a little bit slow, 35 through the first 200. That's a 4:40 mile pace. But you can see Jackson not wanting it to go slow here, so he is going to take the lead. Jackson Marvin from Payson, followed by Wes Peterson from Orem. And Peter's hugging right on Wes's shoulder, where we have also Ben Milestrup coming up on Peter's shoulder as well. Trying to keep the pace honest there. They're going to go through in a 69 for the first lap, about 69, 68 for our leader Ben. Ben is pushing the pace. He's ratcheting it up. In championship style racing, they're looking around thinking, okay, top 4. I just need to take top 4 time. It really doesn't matter for this race. If you are trying to go under the state qualifier, it matters, but they're racing here like they're just going for top 4 and banking on the kick that they're going to have at the end. So they're going to go through 600 at 1:43, and Ben Jackson is still out to the lead with Wes Peterson from Orem in second place. You see Wes moving up onto Jackson's shoulder there, followed by Ben. This is Isaac Harbin coming in on the inside for Timpanogos with his teammate Ben Milestrup right across the track from him. There goes Ammon with a move. Peter trying to move up. Ammon getting into position. His teammate Ammon Larson goes to the lead. Now Peter is behind this wall in second lane. The positioning has really started. The pace has started to quicken. They went through 2:19 at the half. That is a 4:38. Now all of these young men in this top group can go that pace. And there goes Ben Milestrup to the lead with 700 left, coming up to 600 left. Ben is making a surge a little bit early here, but nobody is going with him. But now we see Wes moving his way up to go reel Ben back in. Peter right on Wes's shoulder, Ammon right on Peter's shoulder. And here we have Isaac Harbin coming up. He's got the sunglasses on, right on Ammon's shoulder. Now a little bit of action going on there. The first part of that lap, the pace is really starting to pick up here. And Ben is really driving with Wes coming in. Peter is in a good shape. They're coming through a 4:25. That is a 67 lap. Now the action is really going to start happening. This is the final lap. These guys are going to the arms, try to keep that form good. Minimize ground contact time as they shift gear into a more of a speed versus the distance and conserving the energy. There we see Ben is starting to fade. Peter going by him. Wes making a final surge with 200 meters left. Now Peter has a 1:58.800. So lots of great speed and strength from Peter. Wes looking smooth. Just kind of checking around, looking around. We have David Anderson from Uinta. He was in 7th place at the start of the last lap, and he is now in 3rd place going to the finish with Wes Peterson in 1st place, David Anderson in 3rd, Peter Hedengren in 2nd, and right there at the end we saw Isaac Harbin just barely beat out his teammate Ben Milestrup for that 4th position. So a lot of these young men, personal best times with a very strategic race. Even in this championship race where they went 2:19 for the first half. Let's break it down here. Here's the start. Great start by those Orem boys. They got out to a good early lead. We had Jackson doing a lot of the pacing that first part of the race. And there you can see a lot of action happening with Ammon and Peter moving their way up into position. Peter tucking back in. And this is the start of the 3rd lap where Wes and Ben are really driving the pace, and Peter coming in 2nd place to be able to qualify for state. This adds to his 800 meter and 3200 meter qualifiers for the state meet.
Peter, tell me about the race after running a 3200 meter yesterday.
Man, I think I'm coming off some sickness or something, because I've just been gassed these past 2 days, but I'm thankful for God for carrying me through, and I know in my heart that He's just given me enough to carry me through these races, and my eyes are on state, and I'm hoping I can be fully healthy. I don't exactly know what's going on, but bladder's been acting up, and just feeling tired and fatigued and stuff. So
yeah,
I just feel like that today was just a race rep, and had to just push through.
What's characteristic of the Mountain View program? You guys don't taper all season until the state meet, and then you get fresh for that. But you qualified now 800 meter automatic 1:58. You qualified in the 2 mile yesterday with a 9:53, finishing 3rd place, coming back from a 5th place to a 3rd on the final lap. And then today, just the positioning, that got a 4:29. So tell me about that. Beginning of the season, did you think you'd be qualifying in 3 events for state?
I believed in myself, but I think region is different, and region is just more of a strategic race. It's a bit easier to qualify for state than the actual having to run the time. But yeah, I don't know. This season's been kind of chaotic, and I hope I can just close well.
started with a little bit of injury at the beginning of the season, been able to claw back some of that fitness and then show up right at the right time. So Peter, tell me, what's one thing you feel like you've learned this season?
I learned that failure doesn't mean you've failed, but it means you get to find better ways to win. So, yeah.
Very wise, I love it. And even coming up with that quote, even off of an oxygen headache. So, congratulations, Peter, on a great finale to your sophomore year going into state.
Thank you, I appreciate it.